Anup, an amazing tournament comes to an end in
Thank
the
you.
place which you have created, Resort Rio.
Yes.
Feeling relieved, feeling happy, what's the emotion like?
Mixed emotions because I'm going to miss all the fun from tomorrow. And that's the thing. But the last 30 days have been absolutely amazing. The team here following the chess. I love chess. Following all the moves. The cock up made by Esipenko. I couldn't believe it. I could see Sagar jumping out of his chair, and that was an amazing sight to see. Basically he broke our chair, and we're having a new one made now. So yeah, it's been an amazing experience, and actually the team, from the reporters, the lovely Charlene, or Charlize, I think.
Charlie's, yes.
She's been absolutely fabulous. We had Aloysius Jankovic
Yes.
from Croatia, the Grand Master. I had the pleasure of meeting him as well, which was absolutely brilliant. Shahid Ahmed, I met him. I mean, no one knows me in terms of who I am, so I keep a very low profile.
So you are like that king who walks across in the village and no one knows that, oh, he's here.
I'm a Shah. I'm the bad Shah, yeah, and I'm talking to the good Shah at the moment. Right? And I'm the bad Shah, and I'll remain the bad Shah. And we've been the bad Shah. I've been the bad Shah for the last sort of 15 years, and we write those boards every day.
Yeah,
with or without chess,
actually,
we write those boards.
People came to me and were like, "Are you by chance writing this?" I was like, "No, this is not me."
No, because you are the good Shah, yeah. And actually, bad Shah, it all came together because bad Shah means king in chess, and we had the pleasure of making the first move for the start of the semi-finals, and I made the first move for what's this guy's name? Yu Wei.
Wei, yes.
And I was told to move the pawn.
But you moved the knight.
I moved the knight, and that's because obviously knights always get an early check in the Resort Rio, and that's why I moved the knight. But then somebody said to my wife Alpa, "You need to make the move for the opposition." Now, can you imagine? My queen, who's supposed to protect me, moves across to the opposition. How is that possible in chess? Tell me, Sagar.
Well, sometimes it happens, yeah, that your own queen creates a.
She moved sides. She went to the opposite side.
Yeah, I know. She moved a pawn, d6.
She moved a pawn, but she's my queen. She has to remain on white. So what happened?
Well, it was amazing to see you making those first moves. And in general, when this tournament came to Resort Rio and this World Cup came to India and you got to know, was it an exciting proposition for you? What was your feeling? Because I know for a fact that this is like chaos, yeah, the tournament, because when are players going to check out? You don't know. People will get knocked out at some point. They have not booked their hotel rooms for all the while.
So it was a massive challenge. I mean, firstly, from a business perspective, it didn't make sense for us to have, say, committed 70 or 75 rooms. We are a 426 key property, and our major sort of selling point is our convention. And a lot of the conferences and the weddings which come to Resort Rio is because of our banquet hall, our convention.
It's the biggest one in Goa, right?
It's the biggest one in Goa, and we are building a second, which will be bigger than this, 25,000 square feet with a 700-seater adjoining restaurant. But that's the second one coming in. But from a business point of view, it was challenging because we only had 70 committed room nights, but we were losing this potential other business during actually November. And the start of the season is November. So that was a tough call to make. But we said to ourselves that, we are getting these guys, the brains of the world, for 25, 30 days staying here So my team is going to learn a lot, and they should elevate the standards, because we are used to dealing with 2 or 3 day corporates, MICE business taking place here, or weddings for say 2 or 3 days. So we knew that game inside out. But these guys coming in from all over the world, the grandmasters with massive high standards and of course much more intelligence than I have. And can you imagine dealing with them for 30 days? So I said to myself, I'm pretty sure I will gain something in intelligence. So, so that's the first thing. Secondly, it elevated my team's standards, and now it set a new benchmark in terms of managing events of this scale. And my team is very confident today to take these type of events on. They were nervous. So yes, from a business point of view, not such a good deal. But actually looking at it from a longer term point of view, I would say we're on the next level. And we are going to give all these so-called brands a run for their money. Yeah, because Rio will be it. This is it.
It's amazing way to think. Yeah, like foregoing business money or profits to make your team grow. That's not a very normal business decision, actually.
Well, we as an organization, we are very different. We are not, we are business-like, we are very commercial, but there's a bigger picture at play. There's a bigger purpose here for what we do. And actually, as an organization, it's not, we don't declare dividends. We don't declare any dividends. 50%, generally, 50% of our profits are reinvested to create jobs.
Wow.
Mainly for the locals. And that is actually how we've grown. We've grown from a 47-room property to 129, and then to 169, then to 230, then to 350, and today we are 426, and by next year we'll be 550, with 2 largest convention halls in the whole of Goa. And this is not even my business, Sagar. I'm a lawyer by profession in London. Yeah, this is not my business. Yeah, all this happened by mistake. It's a hobby for me, but I'm enjoying it because we're not chasing money. We're chasing another. Our focus is completely different, right? So it makes sense for us to think differently. Yeah, most companies or most businesses would say, no, we can't take this business on for 70 rooms and lose 426 room nights a day business during the main season from November to, now's the time for the hotel industry in Goa to be making money. So, but we have the courage to make that decision because we think differently.
Beautiful. That's amazing. And it was a bold decision. And you being here, you were there throughout the event almost, I guess.
Every day.
Did you decide to be here because the tournament was happening?
No. So generally, we spend about 4 or 5 months here, 4 or 5 months in the UK, and we travel to and fro. But generally between sort of October until about February, March, we are here and to give direction to the team. And the rest of my time, I still practice law. We have our private equity firm in the UK, so other businesses. But that's what I enjoy doing. Yeah.
And there was this one particular incident which was kind of become quite a big thing with Jan Nepomniachtchi being here and all of that. How did it impact you personally? Because it was like something that took the news. Some podcasters spoke about it. There was also Fabiano Caruana who spoke about it. Like, you as someone who likes chess, seeing that all the people are talking about this, how did you take it?
I mean, it surprised me because people should not be commenting on things. I mean, it's not grandmasters reacting like this emotionally. I mean, chess players are supposed to be rational, logical thinkers. And here we have people who complain about humidity. I mean, it's a bit like, if I decide to go to Siberia and complain about the cold, yeah. I can't. I mean, there will be mosquitoes here. We're in a tropical country. To be complaining about, well, I'm getting pineapples every day. That's not true, because you can the standard buffet that is there. It caters. That's an average buffet for everyone. We are trying to please everyone. We can't just please, for example, the Russians or the Iranians or the Turks, or we have to create a menu that suits everyone. And actually, the point is, Nepo talking about, well, I'm not getting calories through pineapples, but I can prove him wrong, because I did research that point, and actually pineapples have more calories than meat, and actually pineapples are better for your brain, because it makes you think better than having too much meat. I mean, that is the research I've done, but it does affect us, because we are 110%. My team, actually, we are doing our level best, but some things we cannot, we can't please everyone. We can't put meat, 90% meat. I mean, non-vegetarians can eat vegetarian food, but not the other way around. That's not possible. So that affected us. But I mean, I thought, chess players are intelligent. I mean, he could have put his hand in his pocket and he could have had a steak. He could have said, look, I'm going to ignore the buffet. I'm going to order a steak. I'm going to order lobsters. We even have caviar, if you wanted Russian caviar, at an extra cost. Yeah, but he didn't want to do that. Yeah? So, you can find that, there are negative people and there are positive people. You can find excuses. You can actually complain about everything, or you can actually move along, take things positively. Yeah? So it did affect me personally, and I started writing boards about pineapples, and I put pineapples. There was a day when I had about 3 pineapples on the floor of each board. But then we started having fun about these things. And actually, that was the best way. Rather than reacting, rather than attacking, I said, look, team, don't worry about it. That's his opinion, right? You do your best. And actually, them doing their best actually turned things around, because everybody, I mean, today I've heard from everyone, Mr. Nitin Narang, I even heard from Vishy, who said, brilliant. Right? And those are the people I think I should listen to, rather than the stupid comments being bandied about on social media.
Amazing. And for you, this is not the end of the road for chess, right? You have some more ideas related to chess. Are you thinking about it?
So we've already decided, and we've already announced, Sagar. So when you take, so you'll be given a gift, a gift Werfel gift bag to take with you. So have a look at the letter, which I have personally written. It took me quite a while to write it, so it's all in there. This event has genuinely moved me, and I'm not just saying it from the heart. It's moved me. We have already announced to Mr. Kandolkar, Mahesh Kandolkar and Nitin Naran, that we are going to set up an academy of chess for mentally challenged, not just children, but also the elderly.
Wow.
Because, you see, dementia and Alzheimer's is on the rise, is going through the roof in India. And chess is one of those games that uses both parts of your brain, and actually it's been proven that it can delay the onset of dementia and Alzheimer's, or it can assist with Alzheimer's and dementia. It can turn the clock back. So we're trying to find. We are going to take this to the next stage. So that's the first thing we're doing, and whatever profit that we've made in this event. I mean, not that we've made. I mean, you can't take into account the potential loss that we've got on our books, but we still have a profit on paper at least. We are earmarking that towards this cause to set up an academy and to move it forward. Ideally, I'd like to see chess as a subject in schools.
Nice.
Now you can imagine it'll teach children from a very young age how to think 5 steps ahead. Yeah, do not react. Yeah, those are simple things to teach, and can you imagine the benefits that will bring, to the next generation? Now, if we can introduce that, and chess should be regarded as an education, shouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all for it. The problem, of course, is that the execution of it has been a difficult thing. Chess in schools is a project which is been thought of for years. Like Armenia as a country has already done it. But I believe that it's something that can be very, very useful if executed well. And to see that you are actually thinking in that direction is wonderful, actually.
You see, Sagar. I mean, just to put things in perspective, if I tell you that Goa can host the Olympics, you will probably think that I'm smoking pot. Yeah, but that is true if you were going to, sort of host the Olympics tomorrow. But if you say, look, we're going to host the Olympics not in 2036, but in 2040 or even 2044, you take that decision first. Right? Now, what do you need to do to get there? Right? So, we need, first of all, say for example, I've not done my research, but let's say you need 75,000 hotel rooms. If you need 75,000, you already have 60,000 hotel rooms in Goa. You need another 15,000 hotel rooms. That's possible. You need an Olympic village, land. Goa has that. Goa can be marketed as the first coastal Olympics ever. Right? So that could be the first. We can take in neighboring cities. Yeah, Goa can create a monorail, for example. So you can then decide what needs to be done to get to 2040, to get to 2044. So it's possible, but you have to take the decision. Yeah, most people think, well, you're stupid to be thinking about Goa hosting Olympics because you're thinking about hosting Olympics tomorrow, which is never going to be possible. But you have to think long term. Now, to get there, what do we need to do? So it's possible. So the chess in schools, introducing chess, for the mentally challenged children or the elderly, for example, those suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's, or those at risk of dementia and Alzheimer's, for example, there needs to be a plan. Yeah? I mean, this resort was created not in one day. Yeah? It's you have to, if I'd said one day, look, we're going to have 426 rooms tomorrow, I mean, Anup, you're stupid. Yeah. But no, it has to go step by step by step.
You're a believer of incremental growth, yeah, like step by step.
But you have to have the bigger picture in mind. Yeah. So it is like, for example, what is a business plan? Yeah. A business plan is say, right, my plan is to get to Mumbai. That is my aim. How do I get to Mumbai? Okay, I'm going to start driving. So I'm on the road, and there's an accident, or the road is closed. Do I give up? No. I find a different route. So I'm going to get there. You need to have that bigger picture in mind, and then take the steps. The steps are important, but not that important as the bigger picture, i.e. your destination.
Fascinating, and it's amazing the way you think, and also just the fact that this tournament happened here, the way you perceived it, getting to know your thoughts has been wonderful. Also, I was your neighbor is what I realize now, so we stayed next
So
to each
you
other
met
for
my neighbor,
for almost a month.
Yes.
I had an absolutely wonderful time in Rio.
Thank you.
And one of the, I think maybe by far the best room I've ever stayed in. So thank you. It was a huge pleasure being here.
Yeah, and do come back, Sagar, and we'll absolutely keep in touch.
For sure. Thank you.
Okay.